Hey guys, welcome back to Crush on Means, and today we're doing my reaction to Thursday Night Football between the Panthers and the Falcons. And I do these every single Thursday night. Well, I guess I do them every Friday, just because it's a little thing so I can focus on the primetime games. Because I know a lot of times I get mad at them because a lot of times they'll put just teams with a lot of they'll put Patriots or Cowboys games on primetime, but a lot of them are actually pretty good games. So I like to sit down and talk about them for a while. And this one's kind of special because I know a lot of my channel, I talk about how I'm a pretty big Washington fan, scoot up a bit, and how, I obviously do previews for each week. I'm not going to do one this week because they have a bye, but, and then I do reactions every week. But I live in North Carolina, and I have for my whole life, so, I'm nowhere near as big of a Panthers fan as I'm a Washington fan, but I'm a pretty big Panthers fan. When they were in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 50, I was rooting for them like crazy, and I was devastated when they lost. And this game, it was a really good game. Falcons ended up winning by 25-17. Not what I expected to happen. I expected the Panthers to win, as you saw in my score prediction if you watched it. If you haven't, go watch it after this one. I'm telling you right now. It was a video that I uploaded right before this one, yesterday. And then the Panthers, they played pretty well in my opinion. Definitely their defense, their defense played really well inside of their own 30. It was like they just let the Falcons run they just do anything they wanted. And then the moment the Falcons got in between their 30 or their 25-yard line, the Panthers decided, hey, let's play like we're an elite defense. That's why it's 25-17. Is because it was 4 field goals that they forced, and most of those were really short chip shots because they let them get inside field goal range, and then they were just nope. So all but one drive ended either in a touchdown or inside the 20 field goal, and that one was an interception. And you look at the Panthers, their offense didn't play very well. Really, it didn't. You could say that a lot of no, you could say it has to do with Teddy Bridgewater. He got injured for 4 plays, 4 passing plays at least, in which P.J. Walker was 1-4 for 3 yards. And he actually, I was kind of excited at first because the first thing they did is you went out there, and when your quarterback gets injured and you put in the backup for it might have been 2nd down and 10. I don't know what it was. No, it was a first down because they got a penalty for the big hit on Teddy Bridgewater. You expect him to run, right? No, he just chucked it down the field, and it was a pretty good pass and almost a touchdown. I was like, hey, maybe this kid can do something crazy. And then he goes out there and he has 1 for 4 for 3 yards. And the last play he did was one of the worst throws I've ever seen. He was kind of running back, and he tries to dump it off to Mike Davis or Curtis Samuel, I don't know who it was, and he throws it 3 or 4 yards short, and it was pathetic. It was one of the worst throws I've ever seen. I could have made that throw. No, probably not, but basically any other quarterback could. So he didn't play absolutely terribly, but for all we know, if Teddy Bridgewater had been in there, maybe they would have, scored some. Who knows? And also, Mike Davis didn't actually do too much, only 66 yards, no touchdowns. So they did kind of limit the Panthers' offense quite a lot, and that's what we saw. Their defense for the Panthers didn't really show up until, late in Falcons drives, and their offense never really showed up. Look at the Falcons. Their offense looked great. Julio Jones had 137 yards. They played really, really well. And Todd Gurley, while he was on the field, was doing really well. They actually put him on the sidelines for a lot of the game, and they let Brian Hill, who kind of went on, he had a 5 yards per carry, which is pretty good. So I guess they were testing out, seeing what they had. But I thought that this game they would use a lot of Gurley because you saw a few weeks back whenever Carolina actually beat the Falcons. The one thing that worked against the Panthers defense was whenever they ran the ball with Todd Gurley did whatever he wanted against that defense. Coming to this game, they don't really use him too much. I don't know how he didn't get very many yards. I don't think he did too much. Brian Hill was their number 1. They won, so their defense also looked pretty good. They got, I think it was a minute and a half left. Panthers driving down the field. They got an interception. And yeah, also both kickers were perfect. Young Hoku. So it was. So they scored a touch. So it was 19-17. It was a back and forth game. It was 19-17. Falcons go out there with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, score a touchdown, right? that's a 1-point game. It'll make it 25-17. And then Young Goku walks out there to kick the extra point and make it a 2-drive game, make it a 9-point game, kind of put it just a bit out of reach. He misses it. They ended up winning. But whenever he missed that, that was like a cue to me as an NFL fan. I was like, the game's over for the Falcons? The other team that chokes all the time. I had no doubt that the Panthers were about to win like freaking 32-25 or something once I saw that. But no, and especially when they were doing that last drive, I really thought the Panthers were going to come back, tie it up, and do something crazy. But no, the Falcons, for the first time, held on to a lead. I think they had a lead since the second quarter. They were down at the end of the first quarter, but nope, they managed to come back and hold on to the lead. Very rare thing to see there. But I think it was a pretty good game for the Falcons, and the Panthers, 3 straight losses. They're 3-5. And I mean, they were in the thick of it in the division, and right now, I mean, they're not really in there. Yeah, they really had to win this game to kind of stay up there with the other teams in their division. But I mean, we'll see what happens this Sunday. And I'm pretty sure. I mean, if the Saints somehow manage to lose to the Bears and the Buccaneers manage to lose to whoever the heck they're playing, then maybe they'll still be in it. But right now, 3-5, unless you're in the NFC East, that's no good. I just know this: a 3-5 record would be the #1 team in the NFC East. I always bring it up on here since I'm a Washington fan, but the NFC East is just so awful. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We do this kind of stuff every single week. We do predictions, power rankings, reactions, as you're seeing right now. We do weekly reactions. We do Monday night reactions. We do reactions to each Washington game like an hour after that game, unless I'm busy. And we do previews, and we do, well, not for the week, but we do previews for each Washington game. All kinds of stuff is happening on Carsonian Means, and I'd be very grateful if you went ahead and subscribed, liked the video, did everything you could. In my description, you'll find links to all my social medias, and I hope to see you in the next one. In fact, I know I will. Or else.